And what we typically find is instead of being dragged into the computer lab, now the teachers drag them out of the computer lab.
This Marquee Dragon video is sponsored by Shattered Crystal, game codes and items.
Hello, I'm Marcus Eichenberry from MarqueeDragon.com. I'm at the Login Conference, and today I got Doug
Nimo.
Nimo. God, I'm so bad at that. So, Doug here has got something pretty special. He's from Triggerfinger, and Triggerfinger is an alternate method of input for video games and all the way to, what, tanks?
We work with a lot of different markets.
Yeah.
In gaming, it's specifically so you can use a game controller instead of your keyboard and your mouse to play online or any type of PC game.
Mm-hmm.
Tanks, of course, are a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And unmanned systems are just one of the many areas that we've focused. The others would be accessibility, where a person that has difficulty with a keyboard could use a device that would be different than a joystick or a mouse. Basically, anything you have that can work with a computer, we can turn it into a computer control system. So I send emails with the Rockstar guitar and can read my read internet pages with something as simple as a dance pad or the drum set.
So yeah, it's really a different way of thinking, and but it could be very intuitive in some areas. Some areas it works really well, some it doesn't, but some of them it works really well.
We're real excited about some of the things we've seen, especially with kids who use a game controller as an extension of their hands. They enjoy playing games.
Which they already know how to use these game controllers.
We give them some educational software and trick them into learning. It's been very effective.
You trick them?
It's easy to do. They're 12 or younger, and within a few minutes they can pick up a game controller, operate a computer system, and what we typically find is instead of being dragged into the computer lab, now the teachers drag them out of the computer lab. Let's face it, it's fun, it's a play experience, and if you think about a living room where a game controller is already in place, to be able to operate your television or some of the internet IPTV or other programs with a device other than the remote control, it really does make a difference. We've been very fortunate in that respect.
Yeah, so, and this is going to be used for typing, this can be used for gameplay and like massive multiplayer games, and like the tanks. Tell me about the tanks, because I'm a little intrigued about that.
We got started with robotics a few years ago just as an extension of some of our alphanumeric or our text input. What we found is with our technology, the ability to string commands together in a way that's helpful for a dismounted warfighter was very powerful. We kept extending our work with the Naval Postgraduate School and some of the military labs. What we kept finding is our technology really does lead the market in being able to put a simplified user interface to a bunch of folks who, let's face it, tank drivers are 18 to 20 years old. They go home and play video games. We just give them that same user interface to operate on the workplace.
So they let you drive a tank? Have you actually been able to go out on location?
We've been on location.
Yeah.
They don't let me make cell phone calls, let alone drive tanks. However,
Wouldn't that be cool, though?
It's great. I've seen the smallest to the biggest examples of tanks and unmanned systems, whether it's on the water or in the air. The capabilities are pretty neat, and we're just happy to be part of it. One project that I'll mention to you, it's a National Geographic-based program. The Explorer of the Year is a gentleman out of University of California, San Diego, and he is going to look for Genghis Khan's burial grounds in Mongolia this summer. We feel pretty excited to be part of the team. They're allowing the general public to go to the website, look at the satellite data, the same stuff that you'd have the military experience with, pick up places where you think there might be a difference or an anomaly in the territory, and send the Explorer to look with ground penetrating radar and all the resources to see if this is an area that is as potential burial grounds.
That's pretty interesting. I heard about that being done, and they found some stuff in, what is it, Central America, some new pyramids, Inca pyramids.
A lot of places are using the ground penetrating radar, so you don't dig up the area. And this particular market, this particular area that's been untouched by human hands in 900 years. In fact, for the last 800 years prior to the Russians taking over, the local tribe would kill anyone who set foot on this particular area. So it's a pristine environment that is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And we like it because they'll use handheld devices, mobile communications, a lot of things that you take granted in the gaming market, but we're just taking them out to the commercial areas as almost second nature.
Yeah. So this is really great. I want to thank you for taking the time to do a video with us, do this interview.
Always a pleasure.
It's triggerfinger.com, correct?
Triggerfingersoftware.com.
Triggerfingersoftware.com.
We have our basic software available, which would replace the keyboard and the mouse. Mm-hmm. What it really does is allows you to plug an Xbox 360 device or a Logitech device into your computer and operate with a game controller, just like you would with your typical keyboard setup. We do have some new products coming out that are game specific, so we can customize that layout, which allows you to take a game controller and play PC games with a specific setup that would replicate the keyboard opportunities and the feel that you would expect from a handheld product. Should expect those this summer. We're looking forward to seeing what type of response we get.
Sounds good. I will put a link in the description. So
Triggerfingersoftware.com. I'm Doug, and appreciate the time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Doug.
Started out on a Friday night. The sentimental tales you told was just bringing me back to you.